tell you what. fucking G string, man, never in tune, dude. Just never in tune. What's up, Pondy? How you doing today? Just trying to fiddle around a little bit. Man, this whole motherfucker's out of tune already. It's probably because it's fucking 80 degrees in here. Oh, damn. Hope you've been drinking some water. I don't know how hot it is where you're at, but it's like 95 here. 'Pretty fucking hot. Scuff, scuff, scuff. Yeah, it's like 95 here. Always hot here in Texas. So hot my guitar won't even stay in tune. I guarantee it's already out of tune. Yeah, riding mower is the way to go for sure. I thought about getting a riding mower, starting a little fucking lawn care business. But man, it's so hot. Knocks the gain down just a little bit there. Damn. That's a used car right there. Yeah, we need a trailer. I need a truck, at least a small one. A weed eater, which those aren't expensive, and then I'm gonna need some help, which is gonna be really the most expensive part. Is trying to hire somebody, and I mean, I don't know, or how do I even hire anybody? Like, I guess I could pay cash under the table, which is technically maybe not even legal, but I mean, otherwise you have to pay payroll tax, you have to pay all these other taxes, and I mean, where do you even find somebody that's gonna work and for minimum wage or whatever, even $8 an hour, 9 or something, and then it's not gonna like be on drugs or steal your shit or God knows what. So it's like, I don't know, a lot of risk involved for sure. But I mean, that's the only way you can make money. There's no way that I could. I mean, there's a lot of like commercial land around here that needs mowing regularly, and I see people doing it all the time, and I'm like, well, I know there's money to be made, but it's like, fuck, where do I find the help, and do I got to get insurance, and like, there's just a whole. It's not so simple. Just buying a lawnmower, a truck, a trailer, and hiring a couple dudes to mow some fucking grass. Like, so much else you gotta take into consideration with it. It's so hard to start a business these days. Like, Starting an LLC isn't too bad. I think it's only like 500-600 bucks, but I mean, it's still 500 or 600 bucks. But yeah, you would definitely want to do that because like you wouldn't want to get sued for your own personal property. I mean, at least if they sue your LLC and you invested, say, 15, 200, 2,000, $2,500, and that's a total loss, then at least it's just a $2,500 loss and not like a fucking, I don't own a house or anything, and they'd probably have a hard time finding all of my assets, to be honest. So probably be relatively safe there, but I do have accounts like a bank account and a few other accounts or whatever that they could maybe come after. So yeah, an LLC would definitely be a wise decision if you're gonna hire some near minimum wage employees to operate some dangerous equipment. Probably be a smart move to protect yourself as much as possible there. And try not to hire drug addicts, but I mean, you get what you pay for. Unless you're going to pay somebody $20 an hour to mow the lawn, you're going to have to bite the bullet there one way or another, I guess. So hot in here. It's so hot in here. It's so hot in here. So I ordered some black bandanas. I'm gonna do what all the kids are doing and wrap a bandana around the nut on my guitar there to kind of like cheat, I guess you could say, mute the strings a little bit. That way when I'm trying to play like solos and stuff, it comes out a little cleaner, you know what I'm saying? It's not like so much string vibration going on all the time. Which in my opinion is cheating, you should be like muting the strings with both hands as you're trying to play a solo. feel like I'm starting to get my fingers back underneath me a little bit. I wasn't ever even sure I was going to play guitar again, honestly. Like 2 years ago, I broke my right shoulder. About 2.5 years ago now, I guess. But couldn't move it at all, really. I got like 95% use of it now, maybe more. 96, 97. I don't know. It's still a little. Still makes a lot of noise when I move it around, but I can pick again. Not like I used to be able to, but maybe I'll get it all the way back one of these days. Got these new picks in about 2 weeks ago or so. I don't know if you can see them really. They're the Jazz 3s, but they're, man, that is bright as fuck. They're called like Max Grip. And they got little fucking, those little, bumps on them, you know. I can't think of the actual word for that, but man, there's a bright ass fucking light there. But supposed to like not really slide around, you know. Like if you grip it really tight, it doesn't, but you can't play really fast. Whenever you play really fast, you want the pick to be really like as loose as possible. So you can just drag it, yeah, ribbed for my pleasure. It's basically ribbed, I guess you could say it. So like, I feel like I'm doing a sex ed class here. Just the tip. No, but whenever you're playing, like, you want to hold your pick as loose as possible, because like, you want the pick to be able to just like boop, 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 you know, really like easily back and forth. Like you're kind of pop, pop, pop. If you hold it really tight, you're like, the pick's not moving. You want it to kind of, because you're just like dragging it on either side of the string really quickly, you know. Da, 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 da. So you like want the pick to like have play, if that makes sense. Like you want to, because if you hold it really stiff, you're gonna have to like vibrate your whole hand basically, or arm. But if you hold it loose, it's way easier to play faster. And I mean, when you're playing with as much gain and distortion as what I'm playing with right now, you really don't have to like pick the guitar really, really hard. Like you can't even tell a difference in how hard you pick it at all, really. I mean, if I pick it hard, it's like, if I pick it really soft, it's like, you know, so it's like the same difference either way. So you're just basically trying to play as soft as possible. no matter what you do, your pick as you're playing always, you'll start off like this, and then your pick, because you're holding it so loose, just keeps on moving back this way like that. And pretty soon you're holding your pick like that, and you're like hitting it with the edge, so you gotta kind of like continuously put it back into place while you're playing. Unless you like are a master at holding a pick and have figured out how to exactly, like Kiko Lareo or whatever, he like holds his pick like that kinda, or some shit. He's actually the one that I got a lot of like picking advice from, and like even on the fretting hand, he was like, I play, you know, he says he plays just with his least amount of pressure here. Like he doesn't really fucking like, you know, because you're gonna injure yourself if you're really like playing everything that hard. You know, that's why you want to set up your guitar to where the strings are just as low as possible on the fretboard. You know, that way you don't have to push down very hard. You just barely, you know, you want all your finger movements to be like that much. You know what I'm saying? That's how you play really fast. You play just really loose and easy all over the guitar, as easy as like with as least force as possible, if that makes sense. If you're trying to play fast, like if you're trying to like shred, you know, like you're holding the pick as loose as possible, and you're pressing down as soft as possible, and you're keeping your fingers as close to the fretboard as possible, like as you're playing. You know, it's a lot of really, really fine muscle movements, basically. So I guess that's why it's hard to do. But yeah, I mean, if you're wanting like good shred advice, any kind of Kiko Lareo videos. Yeah, Eddie Van Halen probably used techniques like that. I don't really know. I haven't ever watched like instructional videos from Eddie, really, to be honest. Like, I have a little bit on like Kiko Lareo. Like he's one of the lead guitarists. He's played in Megadeth, is like the big band that he played in. I think maybe he still does. I'm not sure. He's I think he's Italian or Italian American. He does videos in Italian or Portuguese or some kind of Spanish language like that. But I think he's Italian. Lareo, that sounds like a Italian name to me. I don't know. I'm just generalizing, I guess. But yeah, he's an awesome guitarist. I follow him on Instagram, and he's a good dude to check out if you want to learn how to shred. But that's where I got like the advice for like holding your pick as light as possible and pressing down on the fretboard as lightly as possible too. I'm sure like any kind of shredder does the same kind of technique. You know, you always set up your guitar, if you're trying to shred, to be able to do those techniques, you know, to play as lightly as possible. You know, since you're playing so fast, you can't even afford to use that much energy to fucking, you know, really dig into, you know, and it's like kind of pointless anyway, unless, so like the way that a shred or a metal guitarist sets up their amplifier and their signal chain, they're like pumping the amp like into the amp with a bunch of gain, and then they're using the preamp tubes like cranked with as much gain as you can get away with using. You can only get so much gain before your signal is just like noise. It's just like distortion, like complete distortion, you know. And then the power amp section of the amp, you kind of turn that down more, because you don't want to, you have this distorted signal, but you want that to not get distorted again, if that makes sense. Like, since a tube amplifier has two sections, it has a preamp tube section and a power amp tube section, and they both have gain knobs on them, which are essentially volume knobs. And so the more volume you turn on, the more gain you have, and gain equals distortion basically. Not so much. I mean, all amps are different, but anyway, that's basically how it works on a tube amp. So you get all your distortion from the preamp section. That's where you get your sound of your amp. And then the power amp section is just for the actual volume, if that makes sense. So you don't want to crank the power amp section, or then you get like a second layer of distortion, if that makes sense. You're taking your signal that runs to the power amp section, and then when it gets there, you want to just not distort it any further, if that makes sense. Otherwise it just like becomes noise. But there is a different way to do it, like more rock and roll type sound. They use a lot less preamp gain, and they just turn up the power amp section all the way. And then they use their preamp section as their volume, essentially. But it doesn't ever really get cranked all the way. Like, that's what you hear when you like think of like AC/DC or something like that, where they're just hitting those big chords like wah, wah, wah. Like, it's more power amp distortion, and they sound different. Power amp distortion sounds like bigger, I guess you would say, more full, I guess, more like rock and rolly, kind of like classical electric guitar kind of sound. I mean, I guess, I don't know. Whereas like your preamp distortion is basically more your like metal or modern sounds, if you will. I don't know if any of that really makes sense, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is, when you're playing metal, you're loading up your amp and your preamp section with so much gain that it doesn't matter if you're fucking like playing these big fucking chords, or you're just like it's still going to be the same amount of attack at the end of the day. Like, the sound won't be any different coming out of your amp, really. You know, it just depends on how you do it. If you have a really, really, really good amp, you don't really even need to front load the amp. Like, my amp is a little bit cheaper. It's a good amp, but it's not like a great amp, you know what I'm saying? So I have two pedals that are driving the amp, driving the signal before it ever even gets to the amp. So it's like from my guitar into an overdrive pedal, into an equalizer pedal, which is basically another overdrive pedal. And then that goes into a noise suppressor, which just is a noise suppressor, really. I mean, it, in theory. Like, my guitar's still on right now. I just turned the volume knob on my guitar down a little bit. But if I like... But without that noise suppressor, it would just be like all the time, you know? And it takes out some of the buzzing. Like, that's the thing with tube amps, is when you crank them up, there's always like a just kind of like a buzzing. So the noise suppressor takes that out, and it's got a second function. My guitar volume is still on, but I just hit my noise suppressor pedal, and it like cuts the whole signal. So, but yeah, from there it goes into the amp, and then it's got an effects loop, and I have a volume pedal, a second EQ pedal that's a little bit different, and a reverb pedal. And that's my whole signal chain. I think I probably explained that several times already, but it was just kind of I was kind of trying to make the point as to why you can play so softly as a metal guitarist or whatever. Like, I guess everybody probably assumes as a metal guitarist you're really just fucking like killing your guitar or whatever, but you're really not, you know? I don't know if any of that makes sense, really. hotter than shit, as we say in Texas. Hotter than shit. Now, it's pretty fucking hot. We don't really say hotter than shit, but I guess some people do, kinda. Hotter than shit. Yeah, it's pretty fucking hot. Last I checked, it was 95 degrees outside, which for Texas isn't that bad, really. But I mean, it's pretty hot. I shouldn't be running the air conditioner because we po folk around these parts. It's just fucking hot. So I've been cutting the AC on for like 20 or 30 minutes at a time. It takes the edge off, at least. What about you? Is it hotter than shit where you're at right now? I just fucking flung my pick. And at least it's not hotter than shit. Just kind of farting around. I haven't started recording anything. I need to get a fucking laptop and just start recording some shit. I mean, I've got some ideas. And I guess maybe farting around leads to more ideas, really. So I guess technically, if you want to say long run, I'm working on some songs, I guess. But mostly just farting around. Yeah, I need to get a computer. I have some equipment. I have a mic. I have a little fucking interface that my brother gave me, like for like a microphone interface. You know, it's pretty old, so I don't know how it's really gonna work with modern technology. Really, I'm not even sure what the fuck I did with it now. To be honest. I bet my uncle moved the fucking shit somewhere. It's always in my room fucking with everything. It fucking annoys the fuck out of me. Well, I had a microphone interface somewhere, and I still do somewhere around here. God knows where the fuck it's at right now. I'm sure somebody came in and fucked with it, put it somewhere. Oh, here it is. So, I don't know how this is going to work with a modern day setup, really, because I think this shit is pretty old. I mean, obviously it's pretty old, dusty as fuck. It's like a Tascam. You know, it's got like XLRs and shit on it, and 1/4 inch inputs, I guess. So I'll need an adapter for that because like it doesn't even have fucking USB. No, it doesn't even have a USB fucking port on it or anything. So I'll need to get a fucking adapter like with a USB to XLR to USB or something like that. But I mean, he gave me a nice tube microphone. I don't know what brand this is. I don't even know what brand this is, to be honest. I have no idea. But I mean, this shit was expensive back in the day, you know. It probably hasn't ever really even been used. This is basically like a directional mic or whatever, like a kind of like a SM57, but more for like recording. So I have some shit, you know, and my amplifier has a direct output. I wonder if it has a USB on the back of the amp. I think it might, actually. And it's got the amplifier has a cabinet simulator on it. So maybe it has a micro USB or something. I'm not really sure what the fuck that is. But it definitely has an XLR and I think a 1/4 inch direct out. So I could just plug the amplifier. Yeah, it's a PV6505 mini head or whatever. It's the mini head, so it's like the 20-watt version. And then I got my Mesa 2x12 cabinet. Angled angle cabinet or whatever. So it's a decent setup, but honestly, I don't even really need any of that shit for recording either, unless I just want to use it, which I could, because I got the mics. But I mean, really, it's like $120, I think, to fucking download a Neural DSP. I would just get the was it the Omega Granifier plugin? There you go. I could just like do it scuff. I mean, if I was gonna do that, I'd fucking buy a fucking cassette recorder, honestly, and just use the microphone on the fucking cassette deck or whatever. And I wonder. I guess you could probably make copies, cassette tape copies somehow. You'd have to maybe find some kind of like old technology and make cassette copies. I don't know. I've never done that before. Make like cassette tape copies. Fucking hand them out. That's old school. But maybe I could do that. But I mean, yeah, I mean, really the best way that I could probably do it is just, I don't know, I'd probably have to buy like an interface. There's a popular interface that a lot of people use that I can't remember. I don't know. I'm not the greatest on technology, but it's just like a 1/4 inch to a USB interface, basically. Like you plug in your guitar, and it's got a USB out that you plug into your computer. And then it's probably got like a level, you got levels on that or something like, I guess, I'm not sure. And then I would just buy a Neural DSP Omega Granifier plugin. Those sound great, honestly. Maybe even sounds better, arguably, than my tube amplifier. I don't know. They sound pretty fucking good, and I think it's like $130 for one of those Neural DSP plugins. So I mean, that would make it a lot easier for sure. So really, honestly, I didn't need to buy the. I think I got the head used off Reverb. I think I paid like $400. It's essentially brand new, so I got $100 off. I mean, minus the shipping, but. And then I got the Mesa cabinet. It was brand new when I got it. Still basically brand new. It's like a couple years old. And I haven't really put it under that much stress. I mean, I keep my amp on 1 watt. 1 fucking watt. But yeah, it gets pretty loud on 1 watt. It goes up to 20. It has 1 watt, 5 watts, and then 20 watts on the back of it or whatever. Yeah, me either, really. I mean, I know a little bit, but I'd like a better tube head, but I mean, I'm in my bedroom. Like, I don't need a 50 watt, and I damn sure don't need a 100 watt head. I don't know what I would do with a 100 watt head. It's just so fucking loud. My speaker cabinet could handle a 100 watt head, but it's like, I don't know, why would I need it? I don't even need. That's more amplifier than I really need right now, to be honest. I keep it on the lowest setting. And I've got a volume pedal in the effects loop to act as like a like a master volume for the whole thing. And I mean, that usually is at like 50% tops. So I'm using like basically 50% of 1 watt. So, but I'm also sitting 3 feet in front of the fucking amplifier and speaker cabinet. So, and my phone is sitting on top of, it's sitting on the speaker cabinet. So, so that's all the sound you're hearing. There's no direct in on my phone. It's just the microphone on the phone, and it's sitting on the cabinet, which I don't even know. I mean, it sounds. God damn. Whenever I watch my VODs or whatever, it sounds okay. But, I don't know. Maybe I should place it at a different spot so you could hear more of, like, get more of a in the room type of feel. But I mean, that's going to be hard to do off just like an iPhone microphone, you know? So. God damn. Is it time for another cup of coffee or what? Yeah, it's like more amplifier than I need for sure. But I just wanted to fucking rock, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the Mesa cabinet is like basically one of the best cabinets you can get for metal, period. You know, even just being a 2x12, it's still top notch, you know? Fuck. Yeah, the cabinet cost me like $1,100. But it was brand new and it's a Mesa, you know. I could have got a cheaper cabinet, but I mean, your speaker cabinet is one of your biggest factors in your overall sound, you know. So, and I mean, Mesa cabinets are known for being a little bit more bassy. It's a closed cabinet; it's not ported or anything, so it has a little bit more chug, a little bit more thump to it. And I knew I was going to be playing 7 strings, you know, so I wanted a little bit of bass response on my cabinet, you know. I don't want it to be a. God damn! Super bassy, but I mean, those Mesa cabinets are pretty bassy, I guess you would say. I think it sounds good though. I mean, for what it is, it's not like a fucking. I don't have a fucking $7,000 guitar rig, or you know, it's not a full stack. I don't have a fucking PRS Archon or even a PV 5150. You know, no triple rectifier or anything. It's a good amp. I mean, it could be a better amp. The only thing I don't like about that amp, to be honest, is it has 12AX7s instead of the 6L6s or whatever, which the 6L6s just sound a lot brighter. Or maybe I'm getting the order. I have the darker sounding tubes basically. I wish I had on a full size head, like a 50 watt head or a 100 watt head. You have the bigger tubes and they just sound brighter, and that's the only complaint. Is I wish the whole thing sounded brighter naturally, you know. But other than that. Yeah, I'm on an iPhone 7. Yep. Nope, no laptop. I'd show you my iPhone, but well, I guess I can actually do that because I have a mirror. Don't mind my scuffed ass bathroom here, but yeah, iPhone 7. Yep, that's it. I can take it on the go with me. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Yeah, you can see yourself. You want to, you want to see yourself chat real quick. Say hi to yourself if you want to. Oh. I'd say. Tell that guy's a bitch. Bam. Yeah. I see me. I see you. Sorry. Yep, on the old iPhone there. The iPhone was actually a gift. My manager gave it to me, or my assistant manager. She knew I had my other smartphone was a Huawei. It was a $30 phone that I had like for years now. There's absolutely no way I could stream on it because like it had like 100 megabytes left on it or something. So yeah, man, it was crazy. Like I was like, "Are you sure you don't want to sell this?" It wasn't a brand new phone. It was her old iPhone. She got like an iPhone 10 or whatever the fuck the new ones are, you know. But yeah, way too generous. Like my bosses are super, super nice people. Way too nice. And they don't have a lot of money, you know. So that's why I told them, "Are you sure you want to give me a fucking iPhone?" But yeah, that's what she did. So yeah, there's some silhouette action there. Kind of like Uncle Fester right now. I think she probably is, honestly, a little bit. I don't know. I don't know how much I want to say about that whole situation, but I don't know. I'm trying to remain professional. I guess is all I'm trying to say, but I don't know if I don't know. I don't want to get fired, you know. Do some stupid shit, get myself fired. So I'm trying to avoid that, but you know, who knows? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I am a handsome man. I mean, if you're into like dudes that kind of look like a young Uncle Fester or whatever. I mean, I'm kind of ripped though. Not really ripped. I do lift weights, so. What's for dinner? That's what I was kind of wondering. I don't know. Either chicken or hamburger patties, and then broccoli. I'm gonna make broccoli with whatever I make, because I eat broccoli just about every day. I guess. I don't know. I'm thinking hamburger patties because I haven't had any in a while. I got a bunch of hamburger patties. freezer is actually fucking stocked right now. I've been buying groceries like quite a bit lately. Damn. Bunch of chicken breasts and shit. What do I got? Like 10 pounds of broccoli in there right now. Fridge ain't looking too bad either, honestly. A bunch of eggs with the protein shakes, egg whites, turkey, avocado, some rice, some yogurt in there. There's some chicken breast in the back marinating. You probably can't even see it. Egg whites and shit. Yep. Kind of stocked up. Not into broccoli there. I mean, isn't it healthy? I don't know. Got a bunch of calcium or something, right? Broccoli. Prebiotics too, right? Prebiotics in broccoli. Probiotics in yogurt. Chicken tits. Oh, S is the best. I thought you meant shit tier or whatever. Yeah, I like broccoli. A lot of people don't like broccoli. I mean, I can't say I blame them. It kind of stinks a little bit, but makes you fart. But I don't know. I like farting. Farting is manly. You know what I'm saying? The stump. Yeah, I just buy the the broccoli florets or whatever. I fucking drink the shit out of these. Equate protein shakes. Fucking caramel. I drink like 2 of those a day at least, probably. I'm trying to eat better, you know, since I'm an old man. Yeah, I try to stay away from ranch. Just, you know, it's not the healthiest option there. Ranch or whatever. It's tasty. But I'm trying to stay away from mayonnaise and ranch and that kind of shit. My diet is actually pretty boring usually. It's like I eat a lot of Subway as well. I work at Subway, so. But no chips. I stay away from cookies, no sodas. And then at home, it's usually either a chicken breast. I eat a lot of rice. Like every morning, I eat 4 extra large eggs, and then like half of a container of egg whites, and then steamed rice with that, and that's my breakfast. And then maybe like a protein shake on my way to work. I don't do that every day, but if I don't do that, I'll usually drink a protein shake at work, and then I'll eat a 6-inch sandwich, skip the chips, skip the cookies, skip the soda, and then when I get home, it's usually like a couple chicken breasts and some broccoli, and then nice. I had Subway today, actually. I went shopping and then went by work or whatever after that. And fucking, I don't know. My bosses are so fucking nice. Like, I went in there and ordered a 6-inch sandwich. It's my day off. I was going to pay for it, you know. They wouldn't let me pay for it. They were just like, here you go. I was like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah. It's like, all right, thank you. So, had another turkey sandwich, and I bought avocado at or guacamole at Walmart. So I put some extra turkey and guacamole on it when I got home, because I didn't want to pay for extra turkey there. And plus, I didn't want to ask them for extra turkey when they were gonna fucking write off my sandwich anyway. So that was lunch today, and then I ate some more turkey, and then I drank a protein shake. Then I took a nap for like an hour and a half. So, you'd be surprised. Like I used to know this chick, and I didn't even actually know she was on meth at the time. We weren't dating, but we were kind of hanging out a little bit. We weren't fucking or anything. It was just totally. She was like a classmate, you know, and hadn't seen her in a long time. We just kind of reconnected. But yeah, good for family. Yeah, family and friend loss. Good for robbery and stealing shit and going to jail too. Yeah, don't do meth. But yeah, she was on meth apparently. I didn't really know, but because she wasn't skinny, like she was, you know, kind of bloated almost, I guess, in a way. I didn't really ever think about it because she had big old titties, you know, and I just thought, well, she's just kind of bigger or whatever. But yeah, she stopped meth like 2 years ago, and she's lost like 30 pounds at least or something. She started taking care of herself too. I thought that was pretty cool. Eating right and shit. There's actually a lot of females around me right now that are ex-meth addicts that are like at least kind of taking care of themselves now. I don't know. I'm in a part of Texas here, so I don't know. Like, small town Texas is kind of bad with meth. I'm not going to dox myself. I don't live in the smallest town ever, but it's definitely not huge. And I don't know. There's just something with like more rural areas of Texas and methamphetamines. I don't understand what the connection is. But like there's a lot of fucking people on meth around here. Like I don't know. I don't really get it. I've never done meth myself. But yeah. It's definitely around here. If I wanted to do meth, I could definitely find some meth. Not that I'm going to, because I don't want to do meth for any reason. Kill my gains, you know what I'm saying? Look at them shoulders. Bam. Bam. I don't know, I'm still fat, but I'm in better shape than I was a couple years ago, and I'm 40 now, so I'm figure at least I'm doing something. I don't know, you know? I don't know. I'm no John Cena or anything, definitely, but better shape than what I was, at least. I'm eating a whole lot better. Drinking water, lots of water. Vitamins and shit. I take vitamins every day. You know, watch my macros, get the right amount of healthy fats and carbs. I try to get as much protein as I need, but apparently since I'm over 40, which I'm not even 41 yet, but still it means I'm technically over 40. And with like my body weight and everything, I need like 240 grams of protein every day. That's a lot of fucking protein, man. Like one of those little protein shakes that I drink, it's like 170 calories. And it's 30 grams of protein. So, I mean, that's like 8. If I were to drink or eat nothing else all day long, I'd have to drink 8 of those protein shakes. That's like a whole case. I think. How many's in a case? It's 12. So 2/3 of a case of these protein shakes or whatever. If there's 12 of them, you know. So I probably don't hit 240 grams every day. That's a lot of fucking protein, and it's kind of expensive to eat that much fucking protein, to be honest. But I probably get around 200 a day, I bet. Maybe. Somewhere close to there. I try to keep track of it. I don't like write it down or anything, you know. I'm not that. I don't keep that much track of it, but I don't know. My health is definitely better than it's been in a long time as far as like that goes, and I don't know, like pretty much my whole entire adult life I just always ate fucking shit, like shit food, you know, like there for a little bit even I was just like living off of you know, the big burger place here in Texas is Whataburger or whatever. And I would eat Whataburger just like every day. Like, and then other fucking like garbage sort of food on top of that. I've always lifted weights my whole life, but it wasn't until like the past year or two that I actually started seeing any kind of results. Because, I mean, those aren't terrible. I think they're comparable to Premier. What is? Because like Equate's like a generic. It's like a generic brand basically. There's like, what's that other one? I used to eat those protein bars. Fuck, what's it called? I even follow those dudes on Instagram now. I can't remember, but it's comparable to any of them. I mean, it's cheaper to. It's actually a lot cheaper. Pure protein. That's what I'm thinking about. Those pure protein bars. So it's a lot cheaper to actually go this route or whatever. No, I don't drink soda. Like, no soda for me. It's a lot cheaper to go this route, but I don't know. It's just a lot more work. It's not that much more work. But I have to buy milk because I don't like drinking these without like at least a cup of milk in it. You know, if it's just water, I don't know. It's not that. It just doesn't really taste that great. But so I don't end up making those very often. So I just drink like 2 of those little protein shakes because all you gotta do is shake them and open them and drink them. But yeah, no soda. I don't even drink sweet tea. I do drink coffee with fucking creamer, like the fucking powdered sweet creamer stuff in it, and that's like my one vice, I guess, you know, because I don't have to have caffeine, but I actually kind of do have to have caffeine. I don't know. You know, I'm not smoking cigarettes, I'm not smoking weed, I'm not drinking alcohol, so I figure, fuck, can I at least have caffeine, you know? I don't know. What the fuck was that? Yeah, I've been losing some weight a little bit. I was wearing triple XL fucking t-shirts there for a little bit. This one's a double XL. I mean, you can tell it's still got gut to lose for sure, but I mean, I have lost weight. I saw some. I used to work at McDonald's. I fucking really packed on the pounds working at McDonald's because I was smoking weed and just fucking eating chicken nuggets like all night long. But I saw some coworkers that I used to work with like 2-3 years ago or so, and they're like, "Man, you've lost a bunch of weight." I was like, "Wow, well, I guess I have. If if you've noticed, then I guess I have." Because you don't lose weight very fast. And I guess it's not really until somebody that hadn't seen you in a couple of years, they're like, "Damn, you lost a bunch of weight." It's like, "Oh, well, shit." So, it's just all about a routine. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm just trying to like form new habits, and keep them. Cause I'm 40 years old, and I spent basically all of my fucking 30s really fucking unhealthy, eating shit food and smoking weed every day, all day long. Not really exercising a lot, maybe lifting some weights, but and just all the shit food, burgers and fries and soda and fried food. Basically just carbs, you know what I'm saying? Like carbs and fat. But you do need fat and you do need carbs, but you don't need french fries and fucking the wrong kind of fats. You need olive oil and rice and oatmeal and turkey breasts and chicken breasts and egg whites and whey protein, and it makes a big difference. And I can tell my health difference, like, without going into too much detail. They say that one of the most obvious, I guess, indicators for dudes, is the, you know what I'm saying? So how that bad boy's doing down there is basically like a dipstick of your health, the little boop, 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 boop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, your toes, the big toe in the middle of your body there. That, I don't know, it's like different now, you know what I'm saying? Plus, like, I don't know, whenever I was smoking weed and living unhealthily, like, I would notice my heart would be like, got a little bossa nova beat there. Like, that motherfucker is just like, boom, 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 boom. It's like solid now, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I know I'm doing better than what I was, at least. I'm still definitely overweight, but at least I'm not fucking like adding to it like a motherfucker every day, and I'm building muscle, and like, I don't know, when you're way overweight and you're not eating right, your fucking hormones get all crazy and shit. And fuck, there's no way I've lost that much weight, but maybe. No, I was up to 270, and I've gone down a pant size basically. I was at a 42, and I'm wearing a 40 now. Although the 40s are still a little tight, but I can definitely wear them. They're not too tight, you know. Well, then I definitely haven't lost 35 pounds. But I mean, that's a good motivation right there. Like, I mean, maybe I've lost 10 pounds. I don't know. It's all about blood flow, you know, and hormones, you know. Like, if you're fucking. So, when dudes get fat, and this happens to females too. Females' hormones get all fucked up too when they're overweight. That's why, like, I gotta be careful because, like, the SJW. Well, I gotta be careful what I say. But I don't know if you've ever noticed, and I don't mean anything towards you if you are fat, or I don't want to fat shame or get canceled. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say in the most politically correct way that I can say is, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but how like really fat dudes and really fat women kind of look like they're the same, you know what I'm saying? Because it fucks up your hormones. Like, for men, when we're overweight, our body starts changing like chemicals that would produce testosterone. Instead, it's like producing estrogen. Like really, really fat. Yeah, like My 600-Pound Life. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever watched that show? Like, so men start producing estrogen, you know, which is the female hormone. And it works in reverse for females. Like, when they're really, really overweight, they start producing testosterone. That's why, like, you like see like really, really large women, and you know they may have like beards, kind of back hair, you know, like it just fucks up your hormones being way overweight, whether you're female or male. You know, that's why really, really large females, like, they can't get pregnant, basically, is because their hormone cycle is all fucked up. And that's why dudes that are really, really overweight can't really get a woman pregnant. It's because you need all that testosterone for the, you know, like that's the sexual hormone, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, so, and I mean, once you hit 40, your testosterone levels go down anyways. So I was just like, one day I was like, man, fuck this. I'm going to actually, and I mean, your hormones, once they get out of whack, that's kind of where all that like depression and, you know, all that stuff kind of starts creeping in too. And, you know, I've definitely been really, really fucking depressed for really, really long periods of time. And I mean, I'm not the happiest motherfucker now, but I mean, I'm not anywhere really near as depressed as what I used to be. And I think weed kind of fucks that shit up too, makes it worse, you know? Like, I'm not saying I'm anti-weed, but I probably would advise anybody that's like an everyday, all day long smoker to maybe give it a break for a little bit, you know? That's good, man. Congratulations. I think you were telling me that a while, like last week or something like that, that you were right there. Yeah, as far as the as far as the weight, you know, and all that stuff, it's just baby steps, you know. I mean, like one thing that I do is I walk to work every day. Like I don't actually drive a car at all because my work is fairly close to where I live. It's like a 15-minute walk, which kind of sucks here in Texas in the middle of summer or maybe in the middle of winter. It doesn't usually snow here, but well, Reese's Pieces aren't the worst thing ever. I mean, they're definitely tasty. And peanut butter is not necessarily bad. It's just all about proportion. You know what I'm saying? Portion sizes, and it's okay to cheat. It's actually probably good to cheat. Your body needs sugars and fats, and you know. I mean, I don't know if you ever have followed The Rock, you know, Dwayne Johnson on any kind of social media, but that motherfucker like goes all out and fucking will eat like 20 pancakes once a week or something, you know, or 20 pancakes and a dozen huge fucking chocolate chip cookies or some shit like. And you don't get any more ripped than The Rock, you know, like that dude is God tier. And I mean, it's not easy. Oh yeah, epic cheat days. It's definitely not easy turning that shit around. But you're younger than I am. Like you're mid-30s, right? So it'd be easier for you. I mean, just baby steps, you know. You start with one thing. I would say like the best thing to do with just stop the sodas. Like if you want to lose weight, maybe find somebody that really knows diet and get somebody to help you do your macros. I'm not that good with that shit and I don't really know, but I think there's like online calculators, you know, and it like takes your physical activity levels and you have to be honest. Like if you don't do much physical activity, then you have to put that in there, you know, because you're not going to need very many calories if you're just playing video games all day. Like, well, that's badass, man. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, somebody that knows what they're doing with those macros can help you out a lot. That way you can at least have like a roadmap, you know. And I mean, it's not going to be perfect, and it is actually kind of a lot of work to fix your diet because you have to cook every day. And cooking really isn't that bad, even if you don't really know how to cook. Just cook everything at a low temperature, or you know, low to medium temperature. You know, and then you got to do a bunch of dishes, and that sucks. I hate washing dishes, but I got to do it every fucking day because I have to cook. Because, I mean, you're not going to see any kind of improvements if you're eating fucking frozen pizzas and like TV dinners and Chef Boyardee. You know, you got to eat actual food, chicken breast or I'm eating 2 hamburger patties today. I mean, that's not the ideal food, but it's a lot of protein, and I'm getting some fat, even though it's not really the fat that I need. It's okay to eat some hamburger patties once or twice a week. Skip the hamburger bun and the cheese and mayonnaise and all that, but burgers and broccoli, and then like later on tonight, I'll probably eat some non-fat Greek yogurt. Yeah, yeah, it would be easier. To be honest, it's actually not that expensive, depending on how you do it. It's kind of boring, but I don't know. Do you like do you go out to eat all the time? Do you like eat? Do you like pick up burgers every day or like fast food every day or anything like that? Because if you do, I mean, like getting a fast food meal today with inflation. Okay, well that's cheaper. Like if you would eat a fast food meal every day, that's about $10 a day. And I mean, if you spent $10 a day on healthy food, like I buy frozen chicken breast, and I think it's like $10 for 5 pounds of frozen chicken breast, and then I just get a fucking Walmart brand thing of Italian salad dressing and just marinate the chicken breast. Not yet. I'm gonna probably start doing intermittent fasting at some point. I really like to eat though, so that's my big problem. But like I've been the past year or two just been trying to eat as much protein as I can, and even though I'm still fat, just trying to like build as much muscle. Wow. Maybe I should start fasting. I probably need to do intermittent fasting where I only eat like 6 hours a day or whatever. But I mean, that's like next. That's next. I don't think I could make it a week. I don't think anybody would want to be around me either. I don't think I could make it at work without any food. You know what I'm saying? I think I would be way, way too fucking grumpy. Like, way, way too angry. I don't know, man. I turn into like a fucking grizzly bear if I miss a meal or something, man. I'm just like, I don't know. I get grumpy as shit when I get hungry. So I don't know. I don't know about the fasting. I need to start doing that, honestly. Just been trying to eat as much protein as I can lately so I can build as much muscle as I possibly can. I've been doing other stuff too, which helps a lot, or it seems like it's been helping a lot. Like I'll take a men's multivitamin once a day, and then I'll take a vitamin D and vitamin K. Vitamin D is supposed to help with hormone production. Vitamin K helps with bones. It helps you build your bones. And then I learned this just the other day that when you combine vitamin D and vitamin K together, it's like even better for your bones, which probably has something to do with hormones too. And then I take olive oil tablets, little gel caps. It's just like a gram of olive oil, and I'll take like 2 or 3 of those every day. And then I'll take ginger. It's helped me a lot. Like, it's actually helped me cure up my depression a lot too. Is the vitamins and everything, and the healthy diet. I mean, none of us get enough sunlight. You know, like our ancestors were out in the fields working all day long, getting sunlight. And I think it's something to that. Is like being out there in the sun. Humans were probably supposed to be out there in it. So vitamin D, a supplement, I think is like probably one of the most important ones I take. So, well, yeah, well, maybe not you then. I hate fucking, man, I hate it. I hate living in Texas. I've been here 40 years. I'm not used to the summers here still. It's just so fucking hot. I fucking hate it. But, yeah, so I take the olive oil and then I take ginger caplets, which ginger is supposed to also uh, help you produce testosterone. It's like some homeopathic bullshit, but I mean, I think I've seen it. It seems like it's helping me. So I just take those every day, and I don't know. I actually ordered like some expensive olive oil or whatever. Yeah, it's supposed to help with your bones. That's really the only reason I was taking vitamin K. But it probably has other effects too. Everything you take affects your whole body basically. But I kind of figured it would, if it helps your bones, and maybe it help connective tissues too, ligaments and tendons and stuff like that. Which if I'm lifting weights, I kind of want to. Ooh, damn, that sucks. Yeah, vitamin K, especially when you combine it with vitamin D, is really supposed to help your bones a lot. Damn, dude, that sucks. But yeah, I ordered some like really expensive olive oil. I just got sold on it probably. I don't know if it's going to make a difference, but I figured it was worth a try. It's like $40 for a bottle, and it's not a huge bottle, but I mean, apparently you're only supposed to really consume like a tablespoon a day of it. And it's supposed to be like this olive oil that they've like figured out through like science or whatever, that has the most like fat burning chemicals in it. So I figured I'm gonna give it a try. If it works, I'll keep buying it. If not, I'm just out $40 and no big deal, you know. So, but I mean, it had a lot of good reviews online and shit. And I know olive oil in general is healthy for you, and it does help build. It does help get rid of fat. You need the healthy fats. You need to consume healthy fats like olive oil, coconut oil, or avocado or guacamole or something like that. Because if you don't consume those healthy fats, your body fucking goes into starvation mode, and it just holds on to all those other fats. It just like, that's why you eat cheeseburgers and it just sticks on you, because it's all unhealthy fat. So, why does that keep doing that? Like, so So yeah, I'm no dietitian or anything. So I don't know. Don't take anything as I say as like medical advice or any shit like that. But I don't know. I've been trying stuff. It's been working a little bit at least. I mean, I've lost enough weight for like old coworkers to be able to notice it when they see me. So I guess I'm doing something right. And I can tell I've lost weight. I'm not quite as fat as what I used to be, and I've definitely gained muscle. And I feel like I've fixed my hormone levels a little bit, and like I feel like I've kind of lifted the fucking depression a little bit, and you know. So I don't know if anything. If I can give you any tips and it actually helps, then. But I don't know. Consult your own professionals, medical professionals, dietitians, whoever you go to. I'm just a fucking dumbass dude that plays guitar on Twitch here and there, and I don't know. So, but yeah, baby steps. You gotta start somewhere. Well, man, it's good talking to you. Appreciate you coming by. I think I'm gonna call it. Eat some of this here food. Cool. We're on the same page, I guess. Yeah, man. Appreciate you coming by as always. Hope to see you again here. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow. I think I'm off tomorrow. I think so. I don't know. I'll probably be online for a little bit. But yeah, man. Have a good night and take care of yourself. See you around.